All right, welcome back. What's going on here? Not too much. We are waiting for some birds to come back from some tosses. Just the one. There's Mr. Sparks, the crazy chicken that always interrupts our videos. He's very aggressive. I'm just waiting for these toss birds to come back. So something different this year, something I'm taking off Frank McLaughlin. I'm going to start moving the birds a little bit earlier, and it has a plan that I originally sort of had as well, which is basically get the birds moving while we've still got water birds on all the wet areas around these paddocks. There's so many birds here for the falcons to eat. Got the food in there waiting, so hopefully they've actually jumped out a bit. They're sitting at 7 kilometers now, but they're only still young. But I've had them on about 6 or 7 tosses so far, around about that 3 kilometers, and it hasn't really been bothering them too much. But while we're waiting, we'll have a little bit of a look at what's going on in these two ones. I've got my pair in here. They are floating on eggs at the moment. They floated, these ones, so to speak, but they're fantastic little babies. These ones are not theirs. So we'll follow those ones a bit closely as we get along. You'll see, she just laid her 2 eggs, which is good. And there's our crazy little fella. He's a good pigeon, this one. He's a black Titan. He's actually Titan's son. We'll most likely get him racing again this year. He's a beautiful pigeon though. And these guys are floating babies as well, so I didn't put an S line in there. I didn't bother, just because I knew you're getting really close to laying. These will be weaned out shortly anyway. And there's a lot of floating and fostering going on this year, because I'm actually not breeding any babies from the Leo Stormbirds this year. We're going to race what's left and slowly phase out that family, because I found some birds that are pretty special, and I'm going to work on those ones a little bit closer, because they are doing some pretty good things out here where it's a bit tough for us, and in the one lofts are doing quite well also. These two looking really good. That's Rosetta on the end there. She's very close to laying, I'd say the next day or two. So is this hen. He's pushing her, so we will float both of these eggs. I'm going to repair this cock as well. He's the father of my 2 birds. They're in the final for the Meadow 1 Loft Race too, which is really good percentage rate. I've done quite well with these babies this year. The big boy's up here. I think he's 3331. He's a beautiful pigeon, that one, and he's just sitting on some eggs too, nothing too crazy. And we've got 83 up here with the mealy hen. She's going to lay shortly as well. Like I said, I'm using the Leo Storm ones as floaters this year, because they will definitely not be producing any babies this year, because I want to focus on the birds that have worked well for me, like I've been saying the whole time. And we've got one little, she's on some eggs up here too. Beautiful little hen, little Bondi. She's very close to laying, Rosetta. And you got Big Apache in there too. He's got some eggs going on. He's a beautiful pigeon. Very protective. Alright, so here comes some. They're coming through here. It's not a good sign that there's only 4 there. Oh, the other 4 behind them, they're a little bit slow. Here they come. Look at them. Like little rockets. I love this. Here they are. They're all there. Whoa. They had me tricked for a second, because you had the 4 older ones and then some younger ones in the back there. So let's get them in. Come on. Come on. Come on. So this year I'm actually going to, like I said, I'm taking a few taking a few little hints and stuff out of Frank's books. And I'm going to try to avoid loft flying as much as possible this year, because the falcons I lost 55% of my birds last year before we got outside a 20-kilometer radius. So this year we're starting them early. I'm going to keep the food pretty light on them as they get closer to the race season. I don't know what them other ones are doing. They're a little bit startled. I think they were stressing because they got left behind, but they'll come in a second. They're definitely a little bit stressing because they're the younger ones there. And what we're doing is I'm just going to try and toss them twice a week, and just to avoid loft flying, because loft flying absolutely kills us. So they're coming in here slowly. Come on, come on. All right, we've got them all in. beauty. I tell you, that's pretty good. So we'll just lock those ones in there. There is my first round in there, and looks like we might... No, they're all there apart from this one. There's still one more to come. I can hear him. Where are you? Come on. So for now, they're going to stay at this 6 or 7 kilometre mark until they get pretty fluent. He's quite startled. All right, come on, buddy. Come on. So it's actually really good. Like this, by this time, last time we started tossing, we'd already lost plenty of birds. The falcons were getting us every like all the time. Like I just cannot express how frustrated and how much hard time we got. But we haven't even lost a bird yet, touch wood, which is fantastic. And these are quite young, these guys. So what I'm doing now, trying something different, is... That's why I haven't made too many videos, because I've really been focusing on getting the birds moving. So now what I'm doing is, once they're up kidding, leave them kidding for quite a few weeks. I'm not really sure of the time frame yet until I'm quite happy with them. And then what I do, I shut them down from the loft flying, and then I just start moving them out to my little spots that we were using this year. But I'm trying a couple of different directions as well. So we've been going west and a little bit east as well, and then in between that, so in that north and kind of route, which has been pretty good. We haven't lost a bird yet, and the birds are loving it. So hopefully, touch wood, this keeps up and we really reduce the numbers of birds that we lose, because the falcons, it's only a matter of time before the water starts to dry up, and then the falcons have got nothing else to eat apart from pigeons that are loft flying. So hopefully, if we can actually avoid loft flying, get these guys moving early, we should be in a pretty good position to be able to make a few more races this year without getting absolutely destroyed by falcons. So what we'll do, shut that up. This is my new round that I've got coming out. These guys are fantastic looking pigeons. They've been doing okay. They're all loft flying and starting to kid together, which is good. But they're still probably another 5 to 6 weeks away before we probably start taking them out to 1.5 kilometres, and we'll start jumping them out a bit. But there's some really nice pigeons in here, and these are only bred off the pigeons that ticked all the boxes last year, which handled the falcons and every other piece of rubbish that we have to deal with. But no, we're getting there. I'm not taking it too seriously this year. I've got another baby coming. I can officially say it now, at the start of the race season, so it's really going to throw a spanner in the works. So I'm not going to worry about breeding too many pigeons. But I'm just getting them ready early, so if I can make races, I'll definitely get in around there as well. Plus, you know, I've got a promotion at work, and that just makes life more difficult to have the free time, but we're working on it. I think this plan's working. I've been talking to Frank a bit, been watching a lot of his videos, and I think there's some really handy tips in there. Sounds like that he has a very similar problem as me, where he can't really loft fly, so we're going to try that this year. So we'll see how we go. Stay tuned, more updates coming. There's just a lot going on this coming year, so we're getting the birds ready early, and hopefully we can get ahead of that falcon season, because that is yeah, the coal season. So see you soon.